Greetings, LEGO fans! The beginning of August means a slew of new releases from LEGO, and one that I've had my eye on for some time is set number 60423, the Downtown Streetcar. It seemed like the perfect addition to my small shelf city, and the challenge of motorizing it was very tantalizing. I'll show you how I pulled that off later in this video, but first, the review. Coming with 811 pieces and 6 minifigures, this set packs in a decent amount of value, though I think the perfect price point would have been about $10 cheaper, or $79.99. What I particularly like about this train is how complete it feels right out of the box. With most passenger train sets these days, you end up with basically half of a train, which only leaves you wanting to buy a second one to complete it. This is fortunately not the case here, and makes for a great entry point into the world of LEGO trains. The bright red color scheme also makes it pair well with the double-decker sightseeing bus that made its debut earlier this year, giving the appearance of a unified transit system in your city. Adding to this sense of completion is not one, but 2 station platforms. One equipped with a ticket booth and coffee stand, and the other with a simple bench and train schedules. I've appreciated LEGO's emphasis on accessibility lately, and they deliver again here with these simple but effective wheelchair ramps, allowing easy access to the platform and train doors. The only issue with this is that you're immediately greeted by a step up when you get on the train, so yeah, this was a bit of an oversight. This can easily be modified for full accessibility, but it's a bit of a bummer that it didn't just come that way. Aside from that, the stickered wheelchair signs on the windows of the middle car add a nice dash of awareness and realism. Speaking of accessibility, the minifig lineup includes a young girl in a wheelchair, as well as what appears to be a blind man with a guide dog. These are certainly welcome inclusions from previously underrepresented communities. The other minifigs included are what looks like an off-duty fireman carrying a coffee cup and newspaper, the train operator complete with a classy uniform, a young boy carrying his ticket, and the barista running the coffee stand. None of these are particular standouts, but they make great additions to a city minifig collection. The cars are joined together using simple Technic connectors, and their length initially seemed to make way too big of a gap between the cars. I discovered, however, with some tinkering, that this makes it far easier for this tram to whiz around curves, which comes in particularly handy when it's motorized. I thought about replacing them with the fancier magnet connectors, but think it would only hurt the maneuverability overall, so I'll stick with the stock design for now. The most disappointing element I have to mention here is the interiors of the cars. Of course, 4 studs isn't a lot of room to work with, but we've seen other trains of this width do a lot more with the same amount of space. Each end car has a nice stickered map of the train line, but they only manage to fit 2 seats in each, with an additional seat for the operator in the front and rear cars. It feels like they could have put a bike rack or something to round out the interiors, but I suppose the great thing about LEGO is that you can always make your own additions and modifications. Speaking of modifications, the big modification I couldn't wait to try was motorizing this train. It proved to be a bit of a tricky thing to figure out, but once the plan was put in place, it was simple enough to execute. I'm personally using the current powered-up system, but I'm sure this could be modified to accommodate older systems as well. Also, if you can, hold off on applying the exterior transit logo stickers until after you're done with this modification. This will make sense as we get near the end. The primary obstacle here was that none of the 3 cars of this tram proved to be particularly compatible with the standard train motor at first glance. I eventually decided to take a hint from the motorized Winter Village trolley and remove 2 of the wheels. I worried this might not provide as much power, but this didn't turn out to be a problem at all. Beyond the pieces included in the set, you'll only need a few additional, very common pieces. 2 1x4 red bricks, 2 1x4 black plates, 2 1x3 black plates, and 2 1x1 black plates. You'll also need 1 2x4 plate of any color you choose, but I went with black. You'll start by removing the 2 roof plates, and then the rear wheel assembly. Then, pull off the 2 rear windows, replacing the 2x4 red bricks on the bottom with your provided 1x4 red bricks. You can put that aside for now. At this point, you'll remove the whole back section of the train, along with the doors. Next, reattach the rear windows and snap the whole upper frame back together. After that, pull off the whole bottom section of the train. Once you hit the front section, remove only the white bracket piece and leave the rest in place. Now, go ahead and put back the two 1x2 black bricks with the 1x2 trans orange plates still attached to the bottom. This will be your first attachment point for the motor. Now, grab the 2x4 turquoise plate from your demo pile and place it on the front of the train motor like this. Then, take two 1x2 black bricks and put them on either side of the rear of the motor. Finally, attach the gray hitch assembly between them like this. Now you can use the turquoise chair to keep these sections together for now. On the bottom, I personally added this 2x6 light bluish gray plate for additional stability. This won't work for ballast tracks or switch tracks though, so it's certainly not required, as additional stability will be added elsewhere as well. Now we're ready to reattach the whole top assembly. Next, we'll take two 1x2 trans orange plates and put them under the hitch. Then, two 1x2 black bricks will go on either side. To finish off the rear section, we'll snap two of the included 1x6 black plates together with your two added 1x1 plates on either side on the bottom. This little assembly will go between the bottom of the hitch and the motor. To finish off the exterior, your provided 1x4 and 1x3 black plates will frame the doors on the bottom. Pop the stickers on under the rear windows and you're done with the outside. Now it's time to add the power box. Your provided 2x4 plate will go on the bottom of the box on the connector side. This can then be dropped right into the car, butting up against the rear. Plug in the motor, reattach the roof plates, and you're ready to roll. Of course, this is only my first draft, but I think it's a solid start. It whizzes around my track system with ease, handling the 90-degree turns and flex sections really smoothly. I'll want to add something in the future to perhaps streamline that rear wheel well and door frame, but I'm satisfied with the result for now. Do you have any suggestions on how to improve this motorization method? Let me know in the comments below, and leave a like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. And until next time, as always, keep building.